Libya is once again thrust into uncertainty following reports that Saif al-Islam Gaddafi, the most prominent son of former Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi, has been killed. Officials and local media say the 53-year-old was shot dead inside his home in the western Libyan town of Zintan, raising fresh questions about security, political revenge, and the country's fragile stability more than a decade after the fall of the Gaddafi regime. The news of Saif al-Islam Gaddafi's death emerged yesterday, Tuesday, confirmed in separate social media posts by his lawyer Khaled al-Zidi and his political advisor Abdullah Othman. While no official government statement has yet provided full details, Libyan outlet Fawasel Media cited Othman as saying that armed men stormed Gaddafi's residence in Zintan, located approximately 136 kilometers southwest of the capital, Tripoli. According to his political team, 4 masked attackers forced their way into the house, shot him at close range, and deliberately disabled the home's security cameras in what they described as a cowardly and treacherous assassination. Although Saif al-Islam Gaddafi never held a formal government position, he was widely regarded as his father's political heir, particularly between 2000 and 2011. Western-educated and fluent in English, he was long presented as the reformist face of an otherwise authoritarian regime. He played a central role in Libya's efforts to re-engage with Western governments, including negotiations that led to Libya abandoning its weapons of mass destruction program. He was also involved in talks over compensation for families of victims of the 1988 Lockerbie bombing. Educated at the London School of Economics, Saif al-Islam publicly called for constitutional reforms and human rights positions that earned him cautious support abroad but deep skepticism at home. That reformist image collapsed during the 2011 Arab Spring uprising, when Saif al-Islam sided firmly with his father and tribal allies. He became a central figure in the regime's violent response to protests, infamously referring to demonstrators as rats in a televised address. The United Nations imposed sanctions against him in February 2011, including a travel ban, while the International Criminal Court sought his arrest for alleged crimes against humanity. After the fall of Tripoli, Saif al-Islam attempted to flee Libya disguised as a Bedouin tribesman, but was captured by fighters near the southern desert town of Zintan. In 2015, a Libyan court sentenced him to death in absentia for war crimes. However, he remained held by local forces in Zintan and was eventually released in 2017 under a general amnesty. Living largely out of public view, Saif al-Islam resurfaced dramatically in 2021, announcing his candidacy in Libya's long-delayed presidential election, a move that triggered fierce backlash across the country. For many Libyans, he symbolized unresolved trauma from decades of Gaddafi rule. For others, he represented unfinished political business in a nation still struggling to define its future. As Libya's authorities investigate the circumstances surrounding Saif al-Islam Gaddafi's killing, his death underscores the deep divisions that continue to shape the country more than 13 years after the collapse of his father's regime. For UgPost, we will continue to follow developments closely and bring you verified updates as more information becomes available. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to stay informed.